in that cycle, if you spent the money and then you looking around and then Al look out for you, that person is Al Heyman. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna stay loyal to Al Heyman because he keep looking out for you when you burn the money down before you go fight again. You know what I'm saying? So even they got this thing where they're prone to commit. Somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah. That's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money.
It's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub because you need that action.
What began as a series of petty social media jabs has now evolved into something far more explosive, far more consequential, and far more dangerous than anyone initially anticipated. The ongoing battle between Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Floyd Money Mayweather has officially crossed the threshold from celebrity drama into the territory of serious financial allegations and potential federal scrutiny. This is no longer two rich and famous men throwing insults at each other for entertainment. This time, 50 Cent has stepped into the role of a high-stakes whistleblower, armed with specific names, detailed
This venture that you may have missed out on that people don't know that you'd be like, damn, I could have got that.
I could have did it, a cannabis company out here in Vegas. It was big. It's a big company. And then I passed on the can because I was investing in spirits.
Right.
You can't do both at the same time. Like, so I was like, nah. I just chose to do that. Because I had so much success with the spirits. Right. Like I was in.
According to the Grammy-winning rapper turned television mogul, there is a deeply troubling reason why the man once celebrated as the greatest boxer alive now tours the globe fighting in exhibitions rather than headlining sold-out events at the most prestigious arenas in America. 50 Cent has made the explosive claim that Floyd Mayweather is effectively banned, not by any official decree, but by the crushing weight of unpaid debt from some of the most iconic venues in the United States. He specifically names the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, the legendary MGM Grand Garden, and New York's Barclays Center as establishments that Floyd allegedly owes staggering sums of money. For years, these venue owners reportedly extended patience because Floyd's presence guaranteed.
This looked like a friendship that was going to last a lifetime. What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
Well, he changed his mind.
Now, what do you mean he changed his mind?
Like, as he was actually going in,
50 Cent hasn't minced a single word in describing what he believes Mayweather Promotions truly was beneath its polished surface. He has labeled the entire operation the most elaborately constructed Ponzi scheme the world of professional sports has ever had the misfortune of witnessing. In his view, the promotional company was never a genuine business built for longevity. It was a carefully designed illusion, a financial facade erected for one singular purpose: to allow Floyd Mayweather to project the image of a self-made billionaire to a world that he believed would never look too closely. 50 insists the company functioned as
actually to jail. He asked me to help him with Mayweather Promotions.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC, there's no.
The allegations grow significantly darker when 50 Cent turns his attention to how the fighters themselves were treated when payday arrived. According to Jackson, Floyd Mayweather made a consistent and calculated habit of misrepresenting the true financial scale of his major bouts. He claims that Floyd, working in strategic partnership with his legal advisors, would systematically compress the reported earnings from each event, artificially deflating the numbers on paper so that opponents could be paid a minimal fraction of what the fight actually generated, while Floyd quietly retained the undisclosed surplus for himself. 50 was so incensed by this alleged pattern of behavior that he publicly and
it just, once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say they is or who they portray to be. You be like, damn. I was 21 at the time, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You sit on the show. So I had to fight him. I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. They were saying I was messing with his daughter off the fact that she kept Snapchat. So they said it to Floyd, and Floyd brought it up. He would say that he gave me like money to.
Central to 50 Cent's entire narrative is the figure of Leonard Ellerbe, who Jackson identifies as the operational backbone of the alleged financial misconduct. According to 50, Ellerby served as the engine that kept the deceptive machinery running smoothly and profitably for an extended period of time. However, he argues that every unsustainable system eventually collapses under its own.
Based on that, even though they got the fight in itself give them an appetite for a lot of women.
Right.
But they still commit to someone because they want someone to be with them when they're on their lowest points.
Mm-hmm. You still watch boxing?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite fighter right now?
Right now, I'm working with Bud, man.
When the public finally pulls the mask off the so-called champ and sees what's underneath, that carefully crafted legacy as the greatest fighter who ever lived will shatter into pieces. 50 Cent declared with unmistakable conviction during a candid, wide-ranging interview that sent shockwaves through both the music and boxing communities. On the airwaves of Power 106 Radio, Jackson laid out the full chronological arc of how a relationship built on brotherhood and shared ambition was systematically dismantled by money, betrayal, and what he describes as outright theft. He walked listeners.
Boxing promotion company once.
Yeah.
What happened with the boxing promotion company?
That really happened, Ken, because of my relationship with Floyd. You know what I mean? I didn't have interest in being a promoter like out the gate. It was just, he was doing Mayweather promotions at the time. And then he had to do 90 days. He was going to jail. And he had fighters, he had Marcus Gamboa, he had guys that was just linked.
The more carefully 50 Cent examined the structure of Mayweather Promotions, the more he realized he was staring at the corporate equivalent of a ghost. A name, a logo, and a reputation attached to absolutely nothing of legal or operational substance. He alleges there was no properly registered LLC filing, no corporate seal, no board of directors, no financial infrastructure, and no legitimate organizational framework of any kind. What existed was essentially a brand, a name that carried weight in the boxing world but was entirely hollow at its legal and administrative core. In reality, 50 claims.
And I'm like, champ, if they're gonna leave. You go to jail, they're just gonna leave. Like,
right.
And he had been giving them 50,000 and 50,000 and 50,000. So he had already gave Gamboa about 300,000 to jail on the side. And then we ended up when he did.
While Floyd Mayweather was confined to his prison cell counting down the days until his release, 50 Cent was in the streets doing the hard, unglamorous, real work of building something authentic. He was managing fighters, negotiating contracts, attending meetings, and investing money with the expectation that his efforts would be recognized and reciprocated once Floyd returned to freedom. But the moment Mayweather walked out of those prison doors, the entire energy shifted in a direction that 50 describes with a mixture of disbelief and controlled fury. Instead of sitting down at a table, reviewing the investments that had been made, and honoring the financial obligations of their partnership, Floyd reported
ended up picking up all the fighters.
Right.
And so it's Marcus Gamboa, I had James Kirkland, Andre Durrell, Billy Dip, he was the IBF champion at that point, and then a few other guys, younger guys.
Despite the years of conflict, broken trust, and unresolved financial grievances, 50 Cent has never wavered in his love for the sport of boxing itself. He is emphatic that his passion for the sweet science is entirely independent of his turbulent history with Floyd and believes that with the right approach and proper structural investment, he could still fundamentally change how the promotional side of the sport operates. But while 50 remains focused on the future of boxing,
F and Vodka was at like 43,000 cases. I took it to 216,000 cases in 16 months.
What is, and to the audience that doesn't know, what's that equivalent to in money-wise?
Oh, shit.
43,000 cases, 216,000 cases. What's that equivalent?
It was like before we parted ways, they gave me 20 million.
Right.
Right, but and there was that company, and it was on the same model that Puff's deal was with Diageo. So like
the feud between the two men reached an entirely new level of intensity when reports emerged suggesting that Floyd had committed approximately $42 million to a major New York real estate acquisition, reportedly securing 60 separate buildings and over 1,000 individual residential units across the city. On the surface, it sounded like an impressive, strategic wealth-building move consistent with the public image Floyd has spent.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
50 Cent, who has spent the better part of the last decade refining social media destruction into something approaching high art, moved to Instagram with characteristic speed and ruthlessness. In a post that went viral almost instantaneously, he eviscerated Floyd's credibility by zeroing in on one damning detail. If you are genuinely the owner of over 100 buildings, you know exactly how many buildings you own. The vague...
So, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you...
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when... But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to...
Beyond the mockery, 50 Cent raised a practical concern that cut even deeper. By publicly announcing on a nationally televised platform that he was a major New York property owner with a portfolio of that size and value, Floyd had effectively done the IRS's research for them. 50 pointed out that between New York State and New York City taxes combined with federal obligations, Floyd was looking at surrendering approximately 58 cents of every dollar of reported income. A figure that...
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Over 100 buildings, and you're saying 99% of them are in New York? Cut it out, champ. Nobody's buying it. 50 Cent wrote in a post that concluded with his signature green light gang sign-off, serving as both a punchline and a punctuation mark on one of the most memorable public takedowns in recent internet history. But beyond the entertainment value of the moment, it underscored just how deeply and persistently this conflict has embedded itself into the cultural landscape.
Mayweather. And it was
What happens is because look, we've been friends since 2002. He had flew to Puerto Rico to be at Make Sure Power Summit before my music even took off in 2003.
Oh, wow.
So me and Floyd is like even when I fight with him, I don't hate him. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Strip away all the social media theatrics, the viral memes, and the headline-grabbing sound bites, and the fundamental core of this dispute has remained remarkably consistent since the very beginning. Curtis Jackson invested what he describes as 7 figures of his own personal money into constructing a boxing promotional operation that was designed to support and benefit Floyd Mayweather during a period when Floyd was legally incapable of managing.
My brother, we just don't get along because I don't need him for nothing. He don't need me for nothing. So every now and then he goes, and then he goes, yo, what's up, Five? What you doing? Nothing, everything good.
All right, good.
And we go back to everything being cool, but he act funny in between time.
He is the greatest ever, though.
No, absolutely. You ever heard me make reference to him and not call him champ?
In the more recent phase of this ongoing conflict, the animosity has grown significantly more personal in its targeting. 50 Cent has not limited his attacks to Floyd's business practices or financial claims. He has repeatedly reached into Floyd's personal life to find additional pressure points, most notably the widely known and deeply humiliating episode in which Floyd's former long-term partner left him for the rapper Nelly. It is a detail 50 references with obvious relish.
Did 50 Cent knock Mayweather out? No, I didn't knock Floyd out. I should have knocked Floyd out. It's kind of hard to hit Chap. Even when he's standing right in front of you, start moving and with the shoulder block and everything, so it get hard to hit.
And therein lies the thesis that 50 Cent returns to again and again, the argument that he clearly believes is the most devastating critique he can level. Floyd Mayweather has deliberately, consciously, and systematically surrounded himself with individuals whose financial dependence on him guarantees their silence and their compliance. An entourage of yes men who nod enthusiastically at every decision, validate every financial claim.
To mirror that.
Right.
So this why I was like, no more puffy juice. And not because we had no specific beef, Ken, but we had competing products at that point. So if my corner is over here, your corner is over there, I got to make my corner feel cooler.
Right.
And he wasn't producing any new music or anything new that would make him cooler at that point. So it's like I just stay active and keep putting it out there. You know what I mean? And they Nah, but look, those things, it worked. You know, it worked during